हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू बैक आवर रितु वेद कृष्ण चैनल। आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं इंग्लिश का चैप्टर नंबर 11 द किंग एंड द थ्री गॉडेस का वर्कबुक। Fill in the blanks. The Hindus considered the Ashoka tree as a sacred tree. Lord Buddha was born under the Ashoka tree in Lumbini. Lord Shiva is pleased by bale leaf offering. The bamboo tree is associated with Lord Krishna. Fill in the blanks. The coconut tree represents Lord Shiva. Banana was offered to Lord Vishnu. The tulsi plant is loved by Lord Vishnu. The coconut tree is known as culprit. The three black marks on the coconut shell represent Lord Shiva's eyes. Question and answers. What did the king wish for? The king wished to build himself a palace more beautiful than many he had seen. Pass of the wall. Second number, what did the king decide? The king decided to build something different. The entire palace was to be supported on one column only, and that column was to be made from the highest tree in the kingdom. MCQs. The palace was to be supported by one column only. The column was to be made from the tallest tree in the kingdom. Name the three found in the Himalayas: spruce and pine, oak and deodar. Are the three found in the Himalaya? What did the king order each prime minister? The king ordered prime minister to send his men to the forest and tell them to bring without delay the largest deodar tree can find. The deodar were the tallest and the strongest tree. Deodar means tree of God. Why did the king's daughter protest? The king's daughter protested because deodar is a sacred tree and it is used only for building temples. The king wanted his palace to be as magnificent as many temples. The deodar was used only for building temples. The men returned because they could never carry the deodar. What did the king tell his son? The king told his son to take his horsemen and with the help of each horse to bring him one of each trees. The prince used horse and oxen but did not succeed. What did the king ask to try? The king asked to try elephant. Why did the elephant return to the valley? The elephant were from the plain, but the hilly were too steep for them, and the path too narrow, so they had to return to the valley. What did the king finally ask his men? Finally, the king asked his men to find him a tree just as big as any forest from we put and bring it to him in without delay. At last the king asked to try elephant. The hills were too steep the elephant. The paths were too narrow for the elephant. The king asked his men to find a tree within 7 days. Why was the deodar tree worshipped? The deodar was worshipping because within it lived a goddess, and it was she when gave the tree its great strength, size, and beautiful. The goddess gave the tree its great strength and size. How did the people show their respect to the deodar tree? The people with garlands, lamps, and music to play their respect goddess inside and to warn her that she must leave her abode. The deodar tree was to be cut within 7 days. The people wanted to warn the goddess that she must leave her abode. What did the people do? The people The people lit their lamp and him in a circle round the tree. They hung the garland upon the branch when then joining hands some danced and others sang. Why did the man feel that the goddess understood? The tree remained quiet as a resting bridge for a few moments. Write the correct option A, B, C or D in the box given. The people put lamp around the trees. The people hung a garland on the branches. Why did the goddess go to the king? So the goddess went to the king to change his mind. Why did the king refuse to change his mind? The king refused to change his mind because he wanted to only the other three, which was strongest enough to support by itself a palace, and therefore they must have it. A glorious figure appeared before the king. The goddess' voice was like the rustle of autumn leaves. How is the tree useful to man, women, and children? Man rests against its trunk. Women returning from the field back refuge in its coolness, and children play at its feet. How is the tree useful to bird and wild animal? Bird nests under the tree, and it and the most lovely sat upon the grass, and wild creatures rub themselves against the tree. How does the earth bless the tree? The earth blesses the tree by sending up new plant and hops under its protective arms. The tree pins the earth with its strongest root. Nothing but good has gone from the goddess to the people. The tree sent the coolest shade on the grass. The tree blind the earth with its strongest root. What did the tree goddess request the king? The tree goddess requested the king to cut it into three parts. What could be cut first? First, my head with its crown of waving greenery should be cut. What should be cut last? Last, the tree branch which bears the heaviest and the knottiest of my limbs upon it should be cut. I cannot spare you. Who says these words, king? Who said to whom? Dozens of young deodar trees have sprung from me and have grown up around me, goddess to king. The regions each plain, goddess to king. Why did the king find the request strange? The king found the request strange because he had never heard before of someone who wishes to suffer the death struck trees. What would happen if the tree had cut at one stroke? If the tree had cut at one stroke, its weight would certainly crush all its children to death. The king found the request strange. The tree goddess faded from his vision means the tree goddess disappeared. If the tree is cut in three parts, some of the young deodar may be crushed. Within the deodar tree live a spirit nobler than my own. The king said to his children, minister and forestry. Did the king change his mind? How can you say so? Yes, king changed his mind. He decided that the column for the new palace should be built of stone and not of wood. The column for the new palace would be built of stone. इसी के साथ आपका 11 चैप्टर फिनिश होता है, द किंग एंड द थ्री गॉडेसेस। तो मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में। जय हिंद, जय भारत। और इस पीडीएफ की लिंक हम आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दे देंगे। तो अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो इसे लाइक, सब्सक्राइब, शेयर कीजिए। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में।